or verbally also. I would prefer that if you keep your mic muted, as and when you get a chance, you can unmute yourself when participation is required. You can participate through chat also. I have chat box open in front of me, so I'll be reading everything. So, as title of this masterclass is Rewrite Your Story. Now, I have made this session as less educational and more experience based. What I have experienced during last 12 plus years of my journey looking for financial freedom, and how I made it happen, what I did. And if you also can do something of that, definitely you can reach to that. So that is what I'm going to share. So we are live on LinkedIn also. So I would like to thank people who are watching on LinkedIn, YouTube or Facebook, and now you are live on Zoom. So this is about rewriting your story. So how many of you wants to rewrite your own story, not story of somebody else where you are just a character? Write RYS, write your story. Rewrite your story. You can RYS, if you can put it in the chat box. Thank you. Thanks, Maitri, Said Bhai, thank you. Ashay, Dheeraj ji, thank you. Thanks for joining. Faizan, thank you. So, this is something I have decided. How it started. Many times people say that you were very comfortable on your job, very senior position. What made you to go on this journey? So I'm covering right from there. Now today is a very special day for me. 14th July 2014. So I will change my screen and then you will see the picture. So this is the picture. 14th July 2019. Now any idea what this picture is about? Anybody wants to share? Because that's what my starting point is. So, yeah, Sabi. Financial freedom I have started building long before, but this is the day when I said bye-bye to bondage. Now this was the last day in my office. So you can see this was the team I was heading. You can see more than 300 people, workers, blue collar, white collar, everybody. This was my profession. I did air conditioning for 30 years. Then this is my farewell, like my CEO whom I was reporting, and my team members, my father, my son, and my team. This was my office, which I said goodbye on 14th July 2019, 5 years back. And that's what my starting point of this. I want to start from here. And now, so how many of you wants to or already gone through this journey or planning to go through? Like say, this is all about bondage to freedom. Now I don't say bondage is bad as long as you are working with an objective in mind that yes, at this age you want to be free. Then you can use that job as a ladder to achieve your dream, or you can write or rewrite your story. How many of you feel that yes, that is the vehicle? I made this as a vehicle. But I have added more value by doing what I am going to share today. What happened? Was it immediate like, okay, this day? It was not like that 13th July I have decided that tomorrow I don't want to come for work. It was 14th July was a planned, it was a design. So many people says that, did it happen by default? No, I said no, it didn't happen by default, it happened by design. And then, say so in brief, I have explained to some people, but today what I am going to share is little bit a longer version. What happened in my mind? What happened when I made this decision? Who helped me on this journey? And then you will connect dots. Like say, my role is, I say that my tagline is connecting dots, creating freedom. How many of you feel that even if one dot is not connected, the puzzle is incomplete? So you can write connecting dots, CD, in the chat box. Hi, Mr. Gopi Babu, thank you for joining. It's a long time. I remember in COVID you attended many of my sessions. Dheeraj, thank you. CD, thank you. Connecting dots. It's all about connecting dots. Anything, anywhere you want to reach. So there is a quote by Steve Jobs. He says that you can never connect dots in forward. Because the moment you try to connect dots in forward, you will look at your present result. And your present result will only allow to think you logically, that logically I can do this. Suppose you are earning say 30,000 dirham. Logically your mind will say that no, aim for 40 or 50,000. Your mind will never accept idea from 30,000 to 300,000 because it will be illogical. But imagine the life when you are say, I'm just giving example, whatever number comes to your mind, you are earning 300,000. How your life will look like, how you will be feeling that time, how you will be spending that your time, what you will be doing, what kind of passion you will be working on, what kind of profession you will be doing, what kind of values you will be sharing with people. And that's where the secret is, that's where the magic is. But what happens? Most of the time we are logically conditioned. I'm working for 8 hours, 10 hours, so I'm doing this much. By adding 1 or 2 hours extra, I can only do this much. Does this make sense? Type MS if you feel that no, this resonate with you, because this was me till the age of 49. This was me. Thank you, thanks Maitri, Tasabi, Ashay, thank you, Faizan, thank you, Said Bhai, thank you very much. So our mind always work on logically because we are programmed to be practical, to be logical, to be realistic. Because every time we have been told that be logical, be practical, be realistic, don't be a daydreamer. Now thinking about or imagining your income from 30,000 to 300,000, you have to be a daydreamer, correct? You have to use your imagination. But unfortunately, we put a cap on our imagination. And this was me, why I'm sharing from my own experience. The moment idea came to my mind of financial freedom, I looked at my present passive income, which was zero. Till April 2016, my passive income was zero. Even though I had some assets, I learned from the great mentor Robert Kiyosaki, but something was missing. Some dots were not connected. And I'm going to share today that which were those dots with some other mentor helped me to connect. So I will move here. So this is 14 July 2019. So I will go little back. Now before that, few of you know me, few of you don't know me. So who am I? What is my authority to share this subject? So my name is Deepak Badra. You can see here I am an author of this book, Grow Your Money Tree, which I never thought 3 years back that I can be an author. Being me as an engineer, I always thought that I am not a creative writer. I can't think in terms of this. I studied in Gujarati medium. Not that great start. I think somebody is unmuted. So, but this has happened. This book has become Amazon bestseller. Now, I am not telling you to impress you. I am telling you to impress upon you. The person like me who was having straight thinking, logical thinking, can be creative. You can also do it. But the condition is only that you have to do something differently than what you are doing now. Does it make sense? And then I'm a certified global consultant with Bob Proctor's company. How many of you have heard about Bob Proctor? You can write in the chat box BP if you are familiar about Bob Proctor. Now he is the person who has changed my complete thinking. Thank you, thanks Maitri, Faizan. So what took me to Bob Proctor, I will share that. So this is little about me. Now I want you to come with me on this day. So where it is started. Now see till this time, till 2012 February. So this picture you can see, this was a 4-day event of a program which was a personal development. Now that was my first interaction with this kind of intensive program. On the first row, this is me. You can see this person and this is my wife. So me and my wife, both we have attended this event. It is called Born to Win. In that, it was so intensive program. There was on day 1 there was a fire walk. Now there is a person like see when you want to recondition your mind, you have to go through some experiences which you never did. So going to fire walk, I was scared. Even when I reached to there, I was thinking that my mind was telling me why you want to go through this. What if you get burned on the leg? But then there was a mentor who was prepared. Okay, they were not pushing you. But they says that if you do this, you will see a big shift. And that big shift happened. And in that program, I was working with myself. I was asked that what I really want. what I want to bring changes in my life. Now till that time I was employee, 9 to 5, weekend, and then on during weekend either go to movie or go to shopping mall or travel, and that was my life. But on this day onwards, so I have decided two things. So those two things were, one is, so I was considering myself as introvert. How many of you feel that you can't speak in public? I was one of them. I always thought that being me as a student in Gujarati medium, which was up to 12th standard, I always thought that if I speak in English in front of public, what if they criticize me? What if I fail? What if I forget my speech? Does this happen with you people? Yes, Mr. Gopi Babu, that's what I am saying. Why I am connecting with you, because this is my experience. Thank you, thanks for sharing. Thanks Chandrasekhar for joining, Said Bhai. So we are all go through this, like, see, it's not necessary. That is, public speaking is not something which you come as a born skill. It is a learned skill. So in this event, I have decided two things. What were those two things? Those two things, one was learn public speaking skills. Because I thought that I had a lot of ideas in mind, but I was not able to express to my boss, my company, my seniors, and then those ideas were remaining in me, even though the idea has potential to grow. So this was first decision, committed decision. I don't say just decision, because decision we make every day, but these two were committed decision during that personal development event, Born to Win. So I joined Toastmaster Club. Now, how many of you know Toastmaster Club, TM? My public speaking journey started from there. If you know Toastmaster or you were part of Toastmaster, write TM. Thank you, Ashay. Mr. Gopi Babu, Faizan, thank you. So Toastmaster is considered as a safe environment, because everybody learn with a feeling of becoming better public speaker, and everybody provides right atmosphere. There is no criticism, there is only feedback. So thank you, Elias, Pawan, thank you, Tayyab. So this is the decision I have taken. I have joined Toastmaster Club. And then second decision, being me as an engineer, I always thought my work is to earn money and then give it somebody else to manage. How many of you have gone through this experience, or you are going through this experience and then you are getting disappointed? I don't say those giving somebody financial planner, you cannot do everything, but do you agree that you need to have those skills, you need to learn? How many of you feel that yes, managing money, so write managing money, which I was not there. I was giving to other people, like maybe bank people who claim that they will make your money to grow every year 25-30%, and when I was looking back to my you can say statements, it was always negative, always I was losing. Thank you, Faizan, thank you, Said Bhai. So till 2012, and that was bringing pain, like, see, when you are working hard and earning money, and then you, based on faith that this person is an expert and will take good care of your money, if you are still thinking this, reject that idea. It will never happen unless you take control, unless you become financial literate. Does it make sense? If this makes sense, type MS in the chat box. So I made a decision that I need to take control of my money, because that's sort of like I didn't want it to work lifelong and keep trading my time and keep making other people rich. Thank you, Said Bhai. Thanks, Faizan, Atul, Ashay, Ilyas. Thanks for your participation. So I made a decision. Now it says that when you make a decision, committed decision, something will happen and universe will make it happen for you. How many of you believe that? Oh, there is one dialogue, like we are all mostly Indian people. So can you recall the dialogue of Shah Rukh Khan in that movie Om Shanti Om? That कुछ भी आप पूरी शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात आपसे मिलाने के लिए लग जाती है. That kind of thing. So universe will conspire to make it happen. I don't know from where, when I made a decision that I want to take control of my money, things will change. And then see what happened. One of my friend, I was traveling to India, my childhood friend, And he knew that I am investing in personal development. And then he handed over to me a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. How many of you are aware about this book? I got audio version first. So RDPD. How many of you are familiar with this gentleman who is known as Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Write RDPD if you know this, or RD, Rich Dad, if you ever heard. Thank you. Thanks, Said Bhai, Ashwani, Dheeraj, Sumitji. Thank you. Thanks, Ashay, Faizan, Amit. So we are all familiar with this, correct? And this is where my journey started. So when I have decided to take control of money, and my friend handed over me book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad audio book. So that was February 12, and I was listening every day while walking. So I had a habit of walking every day evening. I was living in Mamzar, Gisses, and I was going to Mamzar beach for walk. And during the walk, that old that Bluetooth was there of Ericsson or something, and I was listening. Every day I was listening. And this word called financial freedom, I heard first time. Now you will be thinking it's crazy, but yes, that was me, employee mentality. And when this idea was planted in my mind, listening to Robert Kiyosaki almost every day, and that made me to think that what if I am financially free? How many of you wants to be financially free? Write FF. Thank you, Taib. Yeah, so we want to be financially free. When you are attending, I want you to think why you want to be financially free. Thanks, Ashay, Elios, Faizan. So that's what seed planted in my mind. And what happened? I straight away communicated with Rich Dad Coaching. I thought, why to experiment this and that? So I went to Rich Dad Coaching, communicated through email. This is my acceptance letter from Welcome to Rich Dad Coaching. You can see this. It is August 30, 2012. So February the decision was made to join Toastmaster and learn about money, and I went there. And this was 18 months. It was 12 months program. They offered me 6 months bonus, so 18 months program of financial education. And promise was there that if I follow what they tell me to do, I will reach to my goal. Thank you. Thanks, Tasabi. So this is Robert Kiyosaki. I met him in, I think, 2016 or something in Dubai. But this was a course, and I was assigned a full-time dedicated coach. And every Thursday, 9 p.m. Dubai time, that time there was no Skype. 2012 I am talking about. Zoom, it was definitely was not there. Skype may be some part of the world, but Dubai it was not there. So I was getting a call from him. I was sent cash flow game. So that was my beginning of learning about cash flow game. And then I've gone through this journey, but I was made committed. Now my coach says, his name was Brian Burke, and he says, I will give you assignments every Thursday. We were having coaching, and then he used to give me assignment to complete from that Thursday to next Thursday and send to him by email. If I'm not sending that, there won't be a call. He says, if you want to be financially free, you need to be committed. You need to be disciplined. How many of you feel that being disciplined is very important, right? You can say discipline or D if you feel that. Yes, Ashwani, thank you. Thank you, Ashay, Gopi Babu, Faizan, Chandrasekhar. So I learned about discipline, that no, if I am not completing my assignment, I will be the loser. My coach will not be the loser. I want financial freedom. So this is my journey of financial literacy started. Now this was my first investment, big investment in 2012, which was $7,500. I started learning real estate, completed this program. You can see this is my certificate. I learned about real estate. So this is, you can see, real estate to be rich. So this kind of, why I'm sharing you that sometimes we feel that just watching videos on YouTube or watching something on social media will work. No, it will not work. I tried that. It didn't work. You need somebody, a mentor. So this is my journey. But what happened? Like, say, this was not enough. So I will come back to on that slide. So 2012, I started learning financial education. I started investing in a couple of real estate properties in Dubai. But you know that what happened. Till April 2016, or you can say end of 2015, my passive income, net passive income was zero. So anybody like, so what is the definition of financial freedom as per you? What is financial freedom? Let me make it more little interactive. Anybody, you can switch on your camera mic and share what is your understanding about financial freedom. And I will share mine. What you feel financial freedom is? Yeah? Go ahead. Tasavi? Okay. Mm-hmm. True. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, up to some extent it is true, Tasabi, but basic definition, it is when your passive income exceeds your monthly expenses. So you don't have to worry about paying your bills. But that is not the final destination. Like say, when you reach to a level, definitely you want to improve your lifestyle. So your expenses will go up. Maybe you want to drive a better car. Maybe you want to shift in a better home. Maybe you want to buy some better clothes or watch. And then your expenses will go up. So it is always a journey to keep raising your bar. Yeah. And yeah. Okay. So that comes. Yeah. So that comes wealth creation. Like say there are some 5 stages which I learned from another mentor, Raju Talreja. Now he is my business coach. He says there are 5 levels of financial or wealth creation journey. First is struggle, then survival, then stability, then financial freedom, and then comes wealth creation. So what you are talking about is a wealth creation. Now when you are financially free, when you are not worried about your paying your bills, you can be more creative. How many of you think that you can be more creative when you are not having stress to pay your bills? I'm that person. I came out of stress of paying my bills. Thank you. Thanks, Ashay. Before that, thank you, Ashay, for sharing your definition. Dheeraj, choose to work, and yes, to choose to work and not have to work. That is follow the passion. Yes, very true, Dheeraj. Thank you. Thanks, Ashwani. Even yes. These are the 5 stages: struggle, survival, stability, financial freedom, and wealth creation. Free of money problem, Chandrasekhar, very true. Amit Kera, thank you. Thanks for seeing you again. So, it's about this. Now, carrying this information, you know that I learned from best person in the world who is financial freedom master, and you are not getting any results. 3 years, net passive income was 0. I had 2 properties. One, I was making passive income because that was fully paid, and one, I experimented following Robert Kiyosaki's advice. Now, sometimes see, you have to be very careful which advice to follow, which not to follow. So, I bought one property on mortgage, following that use other people's money. But every time it's not necessary to work. There are many other factors. So, the one factor was my age. I went for say mortgage or borrowing at the age of almost I think 47. So, I got some 13 or 14 years of duration of the mortgage. Now, what happens when your loan duration or mortgage duration is short? What happens? Anybody wants to share? I never thought about that. So, 2 factors which didn't work in my favor, going for other people's money. High EMI, yes, Ashay, very true. So, I had high EMI, but that was a known. But then second thing happened. And what was that second thing? If anybody living in Dubai, you know that what happened after 2014. High interest, second one, yes. And then what happened? There was another factor, price correction, or you can say rental reduction. So, the property which I bought on mortgage, when I bought it was 180,000 rent. And then when rental market started correcting, it came to 150, it came to 125, it came to 100. So, on third year, the rent was 100,000 and this property was taking money out of my pocket. So, when you play cash flow game, you know that it is a negative cash flow. This is called negative cash flow. So I thought, does it make sense? Now this was up to 2015 end, not reaching anywhere, having all this information, having properties, and not your passive income is zero. What happens? Like, see, I want to share my feeling, what I was going through. But what if you are in that position? How you will feel? It's not profitable. That is the reality. But then how you will feel that you have knowledge, you have the skills. Distressed, yes, Ashay, distressed, frustrated. Does it make? I was frustrated. I thought I was disappointed. That what I am doing, am I doing something wrong? Is some dots which are not connected? How many of you feel that this makes sense? But again, that situation is going to come. Thank you, Tasabi. It makes sense. It made sense that time. I thought that if I keep doing the same way, am I going to reach to my financial freedom? And answer came no, I will not reach. So, that this information was not enough. There was something missing, and that things took me to this event. Now you can see this Bob Proctor's event, Metrics. This was in-person event in April 2016. I went from Dubai to Canada, and that was my first trip to Canada. I got visa because I enrolled for this course. They gave me invitation letter. I immediately got visa. I went there. You can see these are 150 plus people in this event, and this event was about finding your purpose. Now I thought, see, sometimes your mind, your intuition will tell that no, go with this. There is answer. This guy, when I was listening to Bob Proctor, attended his online event of 4 days called Think and Grow Rich. My mind says no, something is missing, and Bob Proctor is having answer for you. Go there. Now that event was $18,500. It was just paying to Bob Proctor to attend that 6 days event. Now it was a crazy, like some people told me that why you are investing, these all videos are available on, how many of you feel that $18,500 paying there, but you know that in that event I came out with a new answer. I went to find answer for my financial freedom. And Bob Proctor says, you will never be financially free if you don't know what you would be doing when you are financially free. Do you have those pictures? Can you use the imagination? Now, being me as an engineer, I never thought that I need all this. I only learned from Robert Kiyosaki that my passive income should be more than monthly expenses. So maybe that time my goal was 15 to 20,000. I'm talking about 2016. Now my goal has increased because my lifestyle has increased. So, and then in day one, Bob says that, okay, keep your mind open. I don't say accept everything what I say, but don't reject, consider it. And same thing I'm telling you on this session. We are already half an hour. I'm preparing the foundation. How many of you feel that you are getting some value? Sharing just information will not help unless you can emotionally connect. How many of you feel that yes, you are emotionally connected, EC? Because we all go through this journey at maybe early age or maybe little later age. I have started this journey at the age of 49. Thank you, Faizan. Thanks, Ashwini, Tasabi, Dheeraj, Chandrasekhar. Thank you very much. So, thanks, Tasabi. So, this is me. And then see, I had no option. Investing 18,500 plus flight plus 7-8 days in hotel. I had to surrender. So I told my office in Dubai that please don't disturb me at all. I'm not available for next 6 days. I came with a purpose here and I don't want any distraction. And then I followed that. Day one, being me as an engineer, my mind says that, okay, become AC contractor. Now, how many of you are in air conditioning? Saeed Bhai is there in air conditioning. So first idea will come that, okay, this is something which I did for 30 years. I will do that. So now my objective was to be financially free. Now financial freedom is not only about money, it is about time also. Thank you, thanks Saeed Bhai. So how many of you wants to have a time freedom also? Like say it is not only financial freedom, it's not only money. How many of you wants to have time so you can do what you really love to do? So you can say time freedom, TF. Type TF in the chat box, that TF. Thank you, Ashwini. Thanks, Maitri, Elios, Chandrasekhar, Said Bhai, Ashai, thank you. So it is not only financial freedom, it's time freedom. Now, when I got this answer on day one in Matrix event, my mind came up with idea that when I am financially free, Dubai is the place where air conditioning will be always required. Thanks, Dheeraj Bhai. So demand is going to be there. But then when I was going through that journey through Bob Proctor, now Bob Proctor, many of you know that he was world's best coach on mind and success. And he was taking me on this journey. This was a group, so it was a group coaching. But you know that in this group, there were Olympic gold winner, there was Oscar award winner, there was Emmy award winner, those kind of profile. And I'm here. This is me. You can see this circle. This is me. So these kind of successful people who are CEO of the companies, who are multiple, like you can say, company owners and those people, because they only can afford this kind of fees. And here I am thinking that, okay, by having AC contracting company, I will be enjoying. But then my mind says, I will be buying another big job. Even though I will be my own boss, but I will be spending more time. How many of you are entrepreneur here? You can write ENT, entrepreneur, ENT, and then tell me that are you spending more time than your employees are spending? Thank you, Dheeraj Bhai. Thank you, Said Bhai, Elios, you are entrepreneur, correct? So, are you working more harder and investing more time than your team? Rudolph, thank you. Now, instead of going through this journey, Bob Proctor was taking through mental journey. So, mental journey, next day I got, thanks Tasabi. So, more than my workers, we are on, yes, this is the truth. So, instead of going through this journey, Bob was taking me in mental journey, imagination. That is this something I really want? So, he was keep on asking, is what you really want? What you really want? And then next day, my answer changed. That I will be buying a bigger job. I learned from one of my other mentors recently. He says, who is entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is somebody who has made a decision to work 80 hours per week to avoid a job of 40 hours per week. How many of you feel this sense? That who has written? Said Bhai has written that we work 24/7. That is the truth. That is the reality. And one of my other mentors, Rajiv Talreja, says self-employment is a trap. Now, so that's my idea changed. But still I was sticking to air conditioning. So my mind says, no contracting. I don't want to go to office. I don't want to handle teams. I don't want to risk myself on payments and all those variation approve. How many of you are contractor? You know that getting variation and payments from the contractor is a hardest job. Your profit is drained in that. Thank you. Thanks, Ashwini. Rudolph. Yes, this is the reality. So my mind says that, okay, become a consultant, because consultant will be closer to client, better, you can say, authority. But then I have seen in Dubai, the consultants were the first people to get affected when real estate market is going down, because conceptual stage has stopped, design has stopped. So this is like, say, sometimes we need somebody who takes us through this journey mentally, instead of going through this journey physically and make the mistakes, lose the time, lose the money, and then keep doing the same thing. How many of you feel that this makes sense? Write MS if this makes sense. Thank you, Ashwini. Thanks, Said Bhai. Thanks, Maitri, Ashay, Faizan. So, Amit, thank you. So, this is like, and day 3. Okay, day 2, day 3 answer has changed. Now, people who are in air conditioning, you know that there is some specialized area in air conditioning which is called acoustics and fire safety. Correct? Like there are very few people in that. And I was trained by a UK company, our principals, and I thought, if not AC contracting, not consultants, I will be an expert and helping other people, because that's what I learned. And my mind says that, no, be that. Start a company on this. So you will not be vulnerable to, you can say, because that Dubai was very particular that time on fire safety. There were some fires happening, civil defense has become strict, and I acquired that knowledge, skills. Now, so that was day 3 decision. But then day 4, I don't know what happened. I can't still recall. But then day 4, my mind says that I want to do what Bob Proctor is doing and with him. Now, from engineer to doing something for which I was not confident at all, I was not equipped at all, and I was not knowledgeable at all. I didn't know anything what Bob was talking about. But I made this decision. Now, this is called universe has sent that purpose to you. Now, did it came automatically? No. It came through help of mentor. And at the end of this, so day 4, I made a decision in the evening that I want to do what Bob is doing. So I became consultant. And I was invited at Bob's home for lunch. You can see this Bob studio, Bob Proctor studio. I'm sitting on the same chair he is sitting, the same library. And I was very excited that no, I'm a part of now Bob's team. Had lunch with him. But then what happened? The day I made a decision, any idea what would have gone through, if you were in my place, what would have gone through your mind? Then I will share my experience. Deciding something to give up your career, deciding something to do something new which you had never done, what happens? And the same thing happened with me on that night. I was excited. So this is the first time I met Bob on this Matrix event. And then this is the congratulation of becoming his consultant. Proctor Gallagher certification training, terms and condition, and this was I became consultant. But that night, I was not able to sleep. My mind says that I made a blunder. I made a big mistake. I made something which I am not supposed to do. Why I am doing this? Now it was internal talk. But on that night, I was not able to sleep. It was in Canada, it was a day 4 night. And I have decided that no, let me go back to Bob Proctor. Because it was just one day of making decision. So there was a 30 days cooling off period. In 30 days, if I reverse my decision, there was a condition that they will return back my money. So next day, I was given an appointment with Bob Proctor for half an hour, just one-to-one, nobody else around. On one side of table was Bob Proctor, on other side was me. I didn't know why. I thought, okay, he wants to congratulate me. He wants to prepare for me what to do, what not to do. And I was sitting in front of Bob. And I said, Bob, okay, he congratulated me. He says, welcome to our team and we'll make it happen together. We will change these many lives. And are you ready for this? And I say, Bob, I want to say something. I feel that I made a mistake. I'm not a public speaker. I don't know anything about what you are teaching. I'm not sure whether I will be able to do it or no. I want to reverse this decision. Now, that time Bob told me that working with me for 4 days, you have reached to your purpose. Universe has come to you with a purpose. That this is what you want to do when you are financially free. Now, if you want to go back, I don't mind. He says, my team is sitting here. I can refund your money now itself. It is not even, it is just 1 day. And it doesn't make any difference to me. But do you know something? That you will have a lifetime regret. That something came to you, something after working on yourself for 4 days, you got this answer, and you are going back because you don't know how to do it. Now, how many of you, many times you want to do something, but as you don't know how to do it, you don't take action? How many of you are carrying those regrets in life? I was also carrying some regrets. Some opportunity came to me. But then as thanks Amit, yes, butterfly in mind and stomach. Sorry, I didn't read that, Said bhai. Ashwini, risk taking. I was taking a risk. Doing something, surrendering myself to something which I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about mind. I was not public speaker. I was not having online presence, confidence in front of camera, on the stage, nothing. Because being engineer, my job was to work with team, get the order from client, execute the orders, that's all. You don't need public speaking. But then he told me that you don't need to know how, you only need to know what. And he says, I have designed this 6 days event to figure out what you really want. Now, how many of you feel that the purpose is missing? Write purpose in chat box. Now, I was till the age of 49, I was the person, I just wanted to be financially free, but not a clear purpose. Thank you, Saeed Bhai. Thank you, Ashay. So, purpose is very important. I didn't know anything about this. Sumitji, thank you. Ashwani. Bob says 95% people in the world, they don't have purpose. Now, purpose is one definition. Bob says, your purpose is your reason to wake up in the morning. My purpose today is to give more value, to give some clarity to the audience, to help you people to connect some dots. But now you can see me as a successful, financially free, but it was not easy. It was a struggle. But then somebody was there on my side, who was holding my hand, who was pushing me, was making me accountable. Thank you, Ashwani. So, you need somebody who can make you accountable. Now, this gentleman, he says, if you do what I am telling you to do, you will reach where you want to be. Does this make sense? Now, when Bob Proctor tells you this, I had no other, you can say, reason but to believe him. He says, if you can't believe in yourself, he says, right now you don't have believe in yourself, because you have never done this. Anything we have not done before, definitely our confidence level will not be there. It's not a big magic. But if you don't do that, the confidence will never come. So he told me, go ahead, give yourself chance, do what I am telling you to do. And then, he says you have to come to Canada for all the trainings. So there were 3 trainings happening for consultants every year. February, May and September, or November, sometimes it was November. So I started from April, so I went into September 2016, February also, May also, November also. So I was going for trainings, but my actions were not there. Bob says that work on your job with an aim to leave your job in 2 years. So here you can see this. I was taken on the stage and announced in front of 250 consultants that when I am going to leave my job. So I have committed that by January 2018, I will resign. But when I got out of the stage, there was a terror, fear. How many of you feel that when you are on job and suddenly you decide to give up your job, your mind will start talking to you, how you are going to pay? I was not financially free that time. How many of you feel that, yes, it's not easy moment? So, I committed myself that January I will leave my job, 2018, but I didn't do it. Yeah, Rudolph, thank you. Not an easy moment. So, I promised in front of 250 people, but as I didn't do anything, I stopped attending trainings. So from November 27, because I didn't wanted to face this gentleman, Doug Dane. He was our training and sales director, and he was helping me. He made me committed. He says, no, write it here, what you are telling, and announce it in front of 250 people. So I announced it, because that time you are excited. But then, so what happens? I want to share something. What happens when we make a big decision? So this is what happens, any big decisions we make. Now that can be leaving your job or starting a new business or expanding. So this is called terror barrier. Now I was on job, correct? So X type of thoughts, X type of feelings, X type of results. So if you know Bob Proctor's model, otherwise I will cover in next slides. And then I was comfortable. I was in comfort zone. Some new idea came to my mind. So if I say, I always give example of network marketing. How many of you have experienced network marketing? And this can be the best representation what happens when you are part of network marketing. So bhai, thank you. You were there part of network marketing. Nobody else? Okay. So network marketing is a good business. Robert Kiyosaki also says that this is the business of 21st century. Bob Proctor also says same thing. So I take this example that an outside idea was planted in my mind that when I'm a good network marketer, I have a big team, money will be coming to me and that will bring financial freedom to me. Same thing, when I decided to become consultant, I have seen some consultants earning $500,000 per month and they had very humble background. They didn't have money even to pay to join. The one person, if you are aware, Kim Calvert, that lady, she sold her car and became consultant. So I have seen those consultants making huge money. Same thing then I says, if she can do it, I can do it. Now, this idea, I was not emotionally involved because I was still getting good salary, comfortable job. It was logically, it was not making any sense to cut off myself from the job. How many of you have this internal war or struggle? Should I do it next year or after 2 years or after 3 years or after 5 years? How many of you go through this? I've gone through this, that's why I'm explaining on this. I was not emotionally involved, so it was okay. But when I was made to announce on the stage, what happens? There was a fear. There was excitement and there was a fear. And then my body was in mixed vibration, anxiety. How many of you feel when you decide, even not executing the decision, but just making a decision, and then you will have a lot of self-talks. What if I'm not able to make it happen? What if this doesn't work? What if I'm not able to pay my rent? What if my children's education is getting affected? How many of you go through these thoughts when you want to make a big decision? Be honest. I'm honest. What was happening with me, I want to share, because this session I kept it for not only for education. So I'm sharing education also. This is the information I learned from Bob Proctor, which I was not aware. Yes, Said bhai, thank you. Faizan, Amit, Dheeraj bhai, thank you. So this is what happens. See, then what happens? Invisible wall is erected in our mind, which is called terror barrier. We are hitting this wall and we are having self-talks. Does it make sense? Should I do it after 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? And that was me. I have not resigned. I have continued my job. And I didn't want to face Bob Proctor and team, so I stopped going for 3 trainings. And but then the evaluation was already happening that is this the way I want to take my life? Not being committed, not taking action, not doing something which I have committed to Bob Proctor. So what happened next? I have completed my certification. You can see this as a consultant. I got certified and I was helping people, but I was not willing to leave security. So then I started going back to trainings from 2018, and Bob Proctor says me that you cannot have freedom and security both. I was trying to hold on security, but not willing to. I wanted freedom, but I was not willing to give up security. How many of you have read a book called Think and Grow Rich? There is a saying, correct, that you have to burn all your ships. There is a story in that. Thank you, Faizan. Thanks, Tasabi. So in that there is a story. Napoleon Hill, yes, Think and Grow Rich, Elias. I was just thinking about that statement. Yeah, thank you, Rudolph. So this is what. So Bob says you have to burn your ships. You cannot be financially free and not giving up your security. You have to give up your security to get the freedom. And once you are having financial freedom, then security will automatically come. Now, it was difficult for me to digest. So, then time came when you are not doing something which you have committed to yourself. What happens? Do you start feeling guilt? How many of you feel that? No, you have committed something to yourself. You have written New Year resolution. You have made some goals and you are not doing it. How many of you feel that? It's a guilt feeling, correct? It will not allow you to feel good about yourself. If you feel that guilt, write G in the chat box. So I was that person. I thought that I have this support. I have these mentors. I have invested so much in me. Thanks Ashay, Tasabi, Said, Faizan, Elios, Ashwani. So that guilt was not allowing me to have good sleep. Thanks Gopi Babu, Ashwani. So I went to this guy. Now this picture is in Los Angeles, January 2019. Yeah. If you can see this date. It was 1st April. Okay, this is my resignation. And this was, I think, 14th April. So I told him, because this is the same person. If you go back, sorry, I'm just going back to show the picture. Yeah. This is the same person to whom I have committed. And again I went to the same person. That I need your help. I am not able to do what I have promised. So he remembered immediately. He says, I remember you announced on the stage and then you didn't show up. What was holding you back? I says it is a fear. What if I give this kind of position, this kind of salary and doing something which I don't good at yet. And I was not good at. I was scared to ask people the money. The program which Bob Proctor's life changing. So I started, so this is my life changing program which I did with Bob, and few of you have already done in this group, so you know that what is the power of this thinking into result. And Bob Proctor he used to say that this is an operating manual of your life. Thank you, Ankit. I will read what you have said. Sir, when you decided to leave your job, time, what was the situation of your family? So I was the only earning person. My both kids, they were working, they were studying. My parents are here. My father was retired from the job. Pending. So liability, like say, this is where the money discipline helps you. Fortunately, I didn't have liabilities. I always, by learning from Robert Kiyosaki, I learned that no, it is not only making money, it is managing money. And my kids were like, my son was in college, my daughter was in high school. So you know that college and high school fees are also high. But that doesn't matter. Like, see, we are all in different situation. It says that what is the right time to start? Now again, there is a Chinese proverb. Right time to plant a mango tree was maybe 20 years back, but second right time is now. And then make it happen. So hope Ankit, you got your answer, because we are all in different situation. So sometimes see, when you are earning high, it is difficult to give up that security. And few of you were my colleagues, they know that what kind of salary I was earning. But see, there was one changing moment. Now in between this and the decision which I took, what happened? So my father worked in Oman for 40 years. And at the age of 71, he was asked to retire. Like say, a private company, they ask you to retire at 60 years. But then my father was very senior position. He was adding lot of values. He was doing well. So company says, okay, now it's time. Your kids are settled. Retire it. Enjoy your life. And that time I have seen pain on his face. He says, I gave my blood, my 40 years of life to this company to grow, and now they are telling me to retire. And that time I asked myself a question. Should I wait for another 7 years and wait for my company to send me an email that we are arranging your farewell at the age of 60 years and you are no more required? Now, how many of you feel that yes, you are waiting for that instead of building something? Now that was me. I was having all this, but where the shift came, why I went to this guy? Because just before that, this my father's retirement things happened, and my mind says enough is enough. I can't procrastinate anymore. At one point of time, I have to give up. Either I will be asked to leave my job, or what if I plan it? How many of you resonate with this? If this resonate with you, type R. That you are waiting for that to happen. Thank you, Maitri, Ilyas, Tasabi, Ashwani, Said. So this is what, so you need a turning moment in your life, Gopi Babu. So I consider this as an emotional impact. And then I went to this guy. So I went for training. I started going for training. So this was Los Angeles, Bob's training. I was sitting with him in Hilton Airport Hotel, and I asked his help. That now, Doug, help me. So he says, okay, if you are committed, I want you to send your resignation now from here. Now, I was executive director, holding that position, profit center head of 3 companies, and it was not a good idea. I considered that as immature or irresponsible way. So I says, no, I can't do that. He says, okay, then give me a commitment. Which day, which will be your last working day? So my mind worked that, okay, I want to make 30th June as my last working day, and then I have to give 3 months notice. So I says that, okay, I'm committed to submit my resignation on 1st April, you can see this date, 1st April 2019. So he says, okay, now from today till 1st April, I want you to send me this written commitment, written decision, committed decision every day. So this is just the first one, and this is the last one I have sent. But every day I was sending this. Every day I was making a decision. So this was, I think, 14th January 2019, and I have submitted my resignation on 1st April 2019. My last working day is supposed to be 30th June 2019, but my company asked me to extend it for 2 weeks because they wanted me to complete proper handing over and everything. So this is what you need, this kind of committed decision. So Ankit, your answer, even I was not having all the situation favorable to me. I didn't know how I'm going to get clients, how I'm going to coach full time. Earlier it was like a hobby. I was doing part time in the evening. But when committed decision is made, what happens then? Then you can cross this terror barrier. And that's where you can see there is a freedom. Otherwise, what will happen? The terror barrier will take you back on your existing status quo. And that's where the many people are stuck. Even though they change, but then as they are continuously hitting terror barrier, continuously asking themselves, was it a right decision? And then they go back to the bondage. Now I took decision with this understanding. So this is called understanding that I have to go through this. Anything I want to do, even small things like when Bob Proctor pushed us consultant to go online when COVID came, I will share that also. It was a terror barrier. My mind says, why it is required to go on online? I'm not comfortable online. I can't talk to camera. I can't talk to somebody I can't see. How many of you feel that? You want to convey or spread your message, but then you are not able to. So Dheeraj, let me read. So the person employed and having liabilities, monthly bills, EMI, how can such people transition? See, it is the moment you make a decision, the answers will start showing up. So Robert Kiyosaki says always one thing. Many times people say, I can't afford this. What you reframe it, how can I afford this? The moment we say, how can I achieve financial freedom? Now, it is not overnight journey. That's why I'm sharing my journey from 2012 till 2024. Now, you may not take these many years, but I have tried to work out many things, figured out many things, something worked, something didn't work. And that is the benefit of having a mentor who is taking you on this path. Now, not necessary that my journey will be similar as your journey, but our mind works in the same way. Our mind will go through the same objection, same terror barrier, same, you can say, comfort level, everything. Any mind. So, does this make sense? Like that, yes, we go through this journey. Even suppose you have switched from employee to entrepreneur. Thank you, Ashay. Makes sense. Type MS if this makes sense. Thank you. Thank you, Said Bhai. So, this was so coming back to this day. So, 1st April, thank you, Ilyas, Ashwani, Chandrasekhar, Said Bhai. So, this is my resignation letter on 1st April. And I was not at all worried because I was preparing myself for 3 months. My mentor, Doug Dane, who was Bob Proctor's second right hand and who was helping consultants. I was sending written statement. He gave me his mobile number. He said, this is my WhatsApp number, which I don't give everybody. I am giving to you because you are committed. But I want you to send me every day this small written statement, committed decision. And this was my resignation. And when I have sent to Doug Dane and told it's done. I didn't have any regret that time. I didn't have any worry. But I was prepared for that. Now, I don't want to impress you, I want to impress upon you. You cannot do those things without this awareness. How many of you feel that? This is all about awareness. What I am sharing you from my experience, you are raising your awareness. Maybe you are holding somewhere back yourself because of some non-supportive beliefs. Yeah? So, this is my resignation. So, coming back to this date, which is 5 years back exactly, was my last working day, and I thought, why not to share this? Then definitely, when I went full on this journey, I need to have public speaking skills because that time still COVID didn't come. So, my model was to have seminars starting with small, maybe 10 people, 20 people, then go bigger. So, this was the master. Anybody knows this guy? Anybody is familiar? He's from UK. And that time he was coming to Dubai regularly. If anybody is aware about this gentleman. So, he is my public speaking mentor. Anybody have heard about Andy Harrington? So, this is Andy Harrington. I made a decision because I knew that when I am going on this journey, I need to upgrade myself, I need to update myself, and I need to continue investing in myself. And one thing, if I say what is the secret of my success, is investing in myself. I have invested in assets also, but I have invested more in myself. I paid him, this guy, for lifetime membership with his top elite program for 105,000 dirham. And what I am doing today, this confidence didn't come. Even he was shouting on me when we were having practical sessions in Movenpick JBR. That's what he was coming, and we were having 3-4 days event. He was literally shouting on me because I was shivering on the stage. I was not comfortable. I have to remember things, and now today I don't have to remember anything. But I went to this person, and that's what made me. Not only just because of this mentor, there are many mentors. How many of you feel that mentors are required to us? Like you can write mentors in chat box. Thank you. Thanks, Amit, Tasabi, Ilyas, Said Bhai, Ankit. Can you share the details of the assets where we should invest, so we can also. Okay, I will share what I did. Like, say, I am not advisor on investment. First, you need a clarity. I followed because I learned from Robert Kiyosaki about real estate. I invested in real estate. I have assets which I built from 2011 till today. I have properties. Properties take care of my monthly expenses. Did it happen overnight? No. Did I listen anybody's advice? No. I did my own due diligence. If I am going with somebody's advice, and if I make a mistake, if I lose money, I will make that person responsible. Now, that's what I learned from mentors, that take responsibility, don't blame. So, I did in real estate. I told that I made some mistake. I went for mortgage and it didn't work for me. So, the solution was to rectify it. I closed the mortgage before I left my job. So thanks Faizan, thanks Chandrasekhar, Ashwini. So it is like, see, there are many ways. For me, I was connected with more with real estate. But you know that when I was ready, the opportunity was showing up. But at that time, I was making a decision. If you don't make a decision, then what you will have regret. I meet many people. Now, yesterday I was with that event, and people says that they always thought that no, Dubai is not a good place to invest of real estate because it is not our own country. What if they ask us to go tomorrow, this, that, and now they are regretting. Now we have either make a decision and make that decision right. See, I was again listening to Bob Proctor recently, and he says, okay, I want you to think on this. What is the opposite of success? Now suppose there is a success, every word has opposite. What is the opposite of success? Type it in the chat box. Failure. Correct. Tasabi, thank you. That's what answer I was looking for. Not yet success. That is also one way. Thank you, Elios. Learning lessons. See, we have all different answers. But Bob Proctor, I every day study Bob Proctor because we have, as a consultant, I have a lot of resources. On journey, Chandrasekhar, you know that because you did thinking into result. Ashay, experience. So see, 5 people have different answers. But most people, what they feel that success opposite is failure. Now Bob says success is not opposite of failure. Means failure is part of success. Unless you don't fail, you will not success. And he always give example of Thomas Edison. Yeah, Elios, life tuition, Gopi Babu, failure. So failure is a part of success. Just to invent light bulb, Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times. You know, we know all this. So this was my model. I started with maybe say, you can see how many people are there in this, 7 people, 8 people. Then I went to 20 people in a row hotel. And then what happened? Okay, February 2020 was my last training with Bob in Los Angeles again. You can see this in Grand Hyatt. And Sandy Gallagher, who is Bob's partner, business partner, Bob Proctor. And what happened after that? Anybody wants to recall? There was some big thing happened in the world. What was that? COVID. Yes, this is COVID. Let me read one comment. Pawan, excusing for now due to personal. Okay, no problem, Pawan. Yeah, you can. So, Said Bhai, it's very true. Dheeraj, very true. So, my model which I built, thinking this, that first I will start with 10 people, then 20 people, and then I will go with seminar of 100 people. And what happened is this. What happened when COVID, I was sitting in Row Hotel, I remember, Row Healthcare City, and circular came from government. I was using Let's Work, co-working spaces, and hotel people came that we just got this circular, and from tomorrow we are not allowing anybody in the hotel. Even they told their guest also that till the time next instructions come, either they can evacuate today or they will not be allowed to go out of the room. How many of you remember this? And this entire model was collapsed. What happens that time? You will think that no, is it the right time? Go back, because my company was waiting for me. They says, okay, our doors are always open for you. Now this happens within 6 or 7 months of leaving my job. So things are not easy. Things will not go as you plan. Does it make sense? How many of you, your business was affected? But then you know that what was the solution. I never went on Zoom before. Even Zoom in Dubai was banned. Because our training was happening on Zoom and I was not able to attend any training of Bob Proctor because Zoom was not allowed in Dubai. But then Bob says that now your model is changed. People were fighting with the existing model. So this is the model, this looks like COVID. People were fighting with that reality to change the reality. Reality was COVID. Reality was that shutdown and everything. Reality was restriction. So new model was online. You can see this. Here there is no space, no possibility, and we keep fighting with something which is not working. And Bob says, You have to change your model. You have to be good at online. And being me as an old timer at the age of maybe 54, I was not able to digest that. Why should I go in front of camera and talk to nobody, just to the lens? But he says that you have to go to live every day on Facebook and share something. Just go there. And he was preparing. We were given 90 days challenge. He says, every day you go live, 5 minutes also, 2 minutes also, share something. Now that was not for people, that is for you, because when you are facing camera, you will be becoming better and better and better every day. Now people who are attending my events, they know that 2 years back something, and now I've become better. I'm using technology in a better way because I want to express my message and inspire more people. Do you feel more connected when instead of just zoom that small screen, if I'm talking to you with this screen? Now I invested, I learned. It was not easy, but I had people around me. My daughter helped me, my son helped me to make this all set up. So when you make a decision, the things will show up. So this was my journey online now. I still enjoy doing offline. Yesterday I did a session because that's where you can connect emotionally, but online is the new model now. So this was, some of you may be here, you can see this. This was my, during COVID time, if anybody can see yourself, identify. There were people, because that time there was no other way. People were attending a lot of trainings, and that's what my model was. Now, let's come back to today. So this is, you can see me. Now I do this. So what financial freedom brought me? This freedom. Last year I went to mountaineering. I climbed almost 12,750 feet. 4 days mountaineering, carrying your bag. You can see the size of my bag. Even it was much more than what was allowed size. 4 days on height, continuously climbing. People say, why you want to do at the age of 56? But I wanted to always challenge myself. And without challenging, you will not get better results. You will keep on getting same results if you are happy with. But if you want to write your story, you have to go through this pain. I consider this as a pain of growth. Either we have pain of growth or comfort of suffering. When I jumped from the job, it was this uncertainty. I was scared. Even I didn't want to jump when I was here. You can see this. Even there is another picture where when I was pushed by the guy who was carrying. But you can see now, within few seconds, the situation was changed. I have started enjoying the view. I have started feeling good about myself. And this is the journey, always, always. And that's what I want to experience every time. So my message can be more stronger. Whether you do skydiving, whether you do mountaineering, whether you do scuba diving or writing book. Now as we are talking about rewrite your story, I wrote my story. I'm writing another book now, which will be a different version of me. If I can do it, you can do it. I inspire school children also, because do you agree that your children, they need financial education, mindset education, all these things you can help them to overcome? But you can only give what you have. You can't give something what you don't have. This awareness, I'm talking about awareness. Maybe you have money, but if you don't have this awareness, do you agree that your children also will be having the same self-image, the same non-supportive beliefs, same limitation? Now I choose to do this. I don't have to do this. I choose to do that. I choose to do this way. I choose to invest my 2 hours. How many of you know this gentleman, Nambi Narayan? How many of you have seen the picture rocketry? I get, like, my book, you can see, gives me possibility of this visibility. This is my mentor. I went with him for mountaineering. This is my mentor who helped me writing book, Murli Sundaram. He is BNI training head of India and international trainer. And I'm a business partner with him, business associate with him, which I never thought. This is me, my event. This I did event last year. This is my relaunch of book with Israel delegation. So Israel ambassador, GMBF. So there are some GMBF members. I was scared many times earlier. This is my book launch in BNI. These are all other my mentors. This is my digital coach. So I am learning digital skills. So I need to continuously upgrade myself, keep on making my courses, recordings. Success Gyan. How many people you know Success Gyan in India? Raju Talreja is my business coach. He is founder of Success Gyan. Pooja Punit. I keep traveling. I keep traveling now also. Next month I am traveling to Penang to learn from Blair Singer. So learning never ends. And why I left my job, one of the reason is I want to continuous learning. So I can give better value to my coaching client. Now Chandrasekhar is there. He is my very early coaching client. He knows that what the upgradation I did in me. Opportunity on radio, recognition in BNI, life I live. I never played golf. I never thought. But now I keep experimenting this. These are my vacations. I don't wait for my company. Earlier I was depending there. My company told me, okay, you can't go on vacation on this time. And then I have to do what they tell me. Now I don't wait. I go on vacation as I want. Anytime I want. This is something, again, crazy thing I did. I got scuba diving certification last December. Now, is this required? I don't think, but I want to do this. I want to overcome those fear of water, fear of air, fear of mountains, fear of leaving the job. So these are my, you can say, pictures. I met Bob Proctor almost 9 times in person. Now, let's come back to some education. So how many of you feel that, no, this kind of life you want to live and you deserve to live? How many of you feel that? You can, yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Dheeraj. Thanks, Ashay. Thanks, Said. So now what if I say that it is not all about money? Many times money stops us. So this was my understanding with Robert Kiyosaki, that financial freedom is when my passive income exceeds monthly expenses. Bob Proctor says financial freedom is not all about money. He says it's what you want to do with that money, how you want to live your life, how you want to spend the time, what kind of people you will be working with, what you will be doing. And until this is not there, the journey will be difficult. It won't be a smooth journey. So, coming back to life, your life. Think about this. This is your life. How many of you drive car? Let's use this analogy. If you drive a car, yes, Tasabi, you are driving, right car, yes, Said Faizan. Either we drive a car or somebody else is driving and we are sharing the ride. Gopi Babu, thank you, Rudolph. Now I want you to imagine, out of 4 wheels or 4 tires, if one wheel is not aligned, what happens? What happens when one wheel is not aligned? You cannot go for longer journey. It is not safe. Car is not in your control. It damages car also because there will be more wear and tear and wobbling. Yeah, difficult to move. It's true. Now, what if I say is that life? Consider life also is having, say, 4 tires or 4 wheels. Mental well-being, emotional well-being, physical well-being, financial well-being. How many of you feel that it makes sense? 4 areas of life, your life. Thank you, Ashay. Said Bhai, thank you. 4 areas of life, correct? This covers everything. Tasabi, Faizan. So mental well-being, you will have peace of mind, you will have calmness. Emotional well-being, you love yourself and you love people around you. You love what you do, correct? It is emotional well-being. Physical well-being, we know that our body, it needs energy, it needs enthusiasm, it needs more productivity, correct? And we need to take good care of it. maybe good food, healthy food, exercise, some discipline, better sleep, all those things are required for physical well-being. Now, do you agree that this piece, financial well-being, takes a lot of our time and we are not able to give time to this? Now, this can be one reason to bring this wheel in alignment. When this wheel becomes in alignment, you can give time to this. If financial well-being you feel that is important part, write FW, financial well-being, in the chat box. FW, financial well-being. Thank you, Ashwani, Said Bhai, Maitri, Faizan, Ashay, Atul. So, so this very important part of life, you cannot ignore this. When this puzzle piece in place, thank you, Gopi Babuji, other things can be taken care of. So, I want you to think about financial freedom. Why you want to be financially free? Dheerajji, thank you. So, these are some areas like say mental well-being, physical well-being, emotional well-being, financial well-being. This takes more of our time. What if you build financial freedom so you can give more time to this? You can be more creative. You can work on your passion. I've shared my things. I never thought before that I can do scuba diving, I can do skydiving, I can write book. But when I started asking myself, all these answers started coming. And these people, you can see, help me one or other way. Public speaking, money skills, business skills, book writing and technology skills, my mindset mentor, Bob Proctor, my adventurous coach, Thaddeus Lawrence, he's from Singapore. So these are the people, and I have many other mentors. Recently I have signed up one course with Success Resources that is called Client Attraction Formula. You need to attract those opportunities from you, with you. And this is the outcome of all those decisions I made, investment I made in myself. So there is a quote by Jim Rohn. He says, life is all about collection of experiences, their intensity and frequency. So this is the intense, correct? Like how many of you did skydiving? It was like, see, you can see this. When I was jumped out of the plane, you can see the fear. But then after a few seconds, it was this. Bungee, yeah, okay. Bungee also is, yes, it is also scary, Amit. So how was your feeling that time? It's all like, there is nothing right. Yeah, correct. Yes. Correct. But when you did, how you feel now? Do you feel good about yourself? Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. 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 It is, yeah. True. Absolutely, yeah. So things happens when right time comes. Maybe today is the right time. So it is all about, like, see, when you complete that, overcome the fear. So it says that the success you want is just one decision away or one step away out of your comfort zone. And that's why we have to continuously keep on challenging our comfort zone. Thanks, Amit, for sharing this. I know that you have attended many of sessions, and I tried to reach you a number of times, but maybe now is the right time. So, how many of you agree that it's all about mindset? Even what Amit shared just now, doing bungee jumping, there was a fear, correct? It was scary. Do you agree that fear comes in the mind? Excitement also comes in the mind. Emotions come in the mind. Decisions come from the mind. How many of you feel that? Yes, everything is mind. Faizan, thank you. So this is from my mentor Bob Proctor. He says it is 95% mindset, 5% strategy. Now So if at that moment, if I ask you, thank you Faizan, thanks Ashwini, if mindset is so important, any of your school, college, corporate training taught you anything about mind? I didn't learn anything about mind till the age of 49. I didn't, but then I made a decision to go to Bob Proctor and learn from him. Now, if you don't know, it doesn't mean you remain ignorant, because remaining ignorant is not the solution. So, so now if I asked you how well you know about your mind, I want you to do this little exercise. I want you to think about your family. Maybe Amit says that his family went to India, but I want you to think about them. Your friends back home or here, your pets if you have pets, your home here or in back home, your car, Burj Khalifa. Now, when you are thinking about this, have you started getting images on screen of your mind? Invisible screen. It's not a visible screen, but our mind is like a theater. The picture will start coming in. As you think in pictures, correct? Yeah, Tasabi, thank you, no worries. So, we think in pictures. We think with mind. What kind of picture comes on screen of your mind? When you think about mind, what is the picture? How mind looks like? We'll catch up, Tasabi, thank you. I hope you are ready with your decision now. Let's go ahead. So, it's all about mind and how mind looks like. Okay, some of people have gone through this journey, so you know that, but how minds look like. So, I would like to invite Chandrasekhar. Chandrasekhar, you can share just 2 minutes of your experience, if you can switch on your camera, about your journey. Yeah, you are audible, Chandrasekhar, very well. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Correct, yeah. Mm. Okay. Wow. Mm. Yeah. Okay. True. Mm-hmm. Amazing. So, what you did differently that time, Chandrasekhar? Okay, I remember everything. Even your dream, you have shared that you want to join or you want to work with Dubai Cruise, correct? And now where you are already working there. See how it happened. You had answer that time that how it is going to happen. You didn't had answer. You do, yeah. 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 So universe made it happen, correct? When you were in the right mind frequency with right awareness. Yeah. Arrange. Yeah. You don't need to know how. You only need to know what. You should be aware. Yeah, correct. You should be aware. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. You should be responsible. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So, absolutely. So, Chandrasekhar has gone through this journey of thinking into result with me before COVID even, correct? This was the journey. And then, see, even that time he was not having all the resources. So, many times we feel that I don't have resources, so I will do it tomorrow. But then, you don't need to know. Even I remember he was working with a shipping company where it was not that great environment. I went to his office. But then when he started, all the resources started falling in place. So this is the power of awareness. Thank you, Chandrasekhar. Thanks for sharing your experience and story. Yeah, that is. Yeah, it will be delayed. Yeah, it will be again. You will be off track, and again it will take time to be on track. Correct. Yeah. I'm always, every day I study. Even by sharing this, my learning is becoming more stronger. It is always so. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it is a Bible. It's he considers it as a Bible. Yeah. So, but then he has made thinking into result in a practical way that you can understand better and you can apply. So, thank you, Chandrasekhar. Thanks for sharing your experience. Thanks for being here. Yeah, thank you. Great. Yeah. So, you have learned, you have listened from a person who has done this coaching journey. So, I want you to think about this. He has learned about mind, what mind is, how mind works. Now, what kind of picture comes to screen of your mind when you think about your mind? You thought you got pictures of your family, your home, Burj Khalifa. Are you thinking about this? Because this is about, I was having this picture of mine before age of 49. But then I learned from Bob Proctor. This is not mind, this is a brain. Mind is something different. Okay, sorry, it is gone. Yeah. So this is a model of Bob Proctor. This is called stick person. Now, do you agree that when you don't have a picture, suppose take the example of Burj Khalifa. Now, I assume that most of people here are from Dubai and you had been to Burj Khalifa, you have seen physically or you have seen a picture. But a person living in Africa or some part of the world where he is not aware about Burj Khalifa, he never seen picture, he has never been to Dubai. So, what kind of picture that person will be having about Burj Khalifa? What that person will think when you ask that person that, okay, think about Burj Khalifa, you and me, we have a picture to imagine, but what that person will have a picture? Nothing, correct? It will be a confusion. So, when we don't have a picture of mind to work with, there is a confusion. So, I will not go much in detail, but imagine that you need a picture of mind to work with. This is a big circle is mind. Even Elios, if that person doesn't know that Burj Khalifa is a tower, he will have only two words, Burj and Khalifa, nothing else, if he has not seen picture. Correct? Yeah, so you are from Indonesia. Thank you. Thanks, Elias. So imagine that this big circle is your mind and this is body. And do you agree that alignment, like four wheels of car, same way our mind and body also needs alignment. So this is your mind, conscious mind, this subconscious mind, and this is your body. So your conscious mind is your thinking mind, subconscious mind is your emotional mind, and body is for actions. Do you agree that these three things needs to be in alignment? And if these are not aligned, it's like a car. When one wheel is not aligned, the ride is not enjoyable. It's risky. And same thing happens. We have vision, we have goals, but we don't have belief. So there is a conflict. And if there is a conflict, everything is controlled by subconscious mind. We know that everything is subconscious mind. How well you know or how your subconscious mind works. So it is all about awareness. Now, we are not going to cover everything in this, but I want you to think from people like this. Who is this person? Anybody can put it in the chat. What name comes to your mind when you see this? The inventor of light bulb, Thomas Edison. Yes, Dhirajit, Thomas Edison. Now, do you know that Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times to invent light bulb, which now we don't even think. You can see a lot of lights are around me. Now, right now, what we need is just switch on and then we get light. But that to invent that light bulb, this person has failed 10,000 times. He didn't give up. Even though that time he was not having all the resources, there was no Google, there was no search engine. He didn't give up. This guy. How many of you have used this kind of phones? You remember this phone? How many of you remember this phone? Now, do you agree that they are not updated, they are outdated? They are not updated, they are outdated. Correct? They were the founder. That was the only phone I think at one point of time people were using, but they are no more. And then place is taken by this Steve Jobs. You can see this. So right now even I am using camera, which is my latest phone which I am using. So you can see the clarity now. This was not there before, but this gentleman had a dream that he wants to have a smartphone through which you can do not only just communication or talk, you can do all your even entertainment, communication, banking, many things you can do. And we are having this device with us today. So these are the people, or one more picture. How many of you remember this? The starting was here. Early before that it was a railroad and road transportation. But these people, they have not accepted. Yes, Rudolph, Wright brothers. Ashay, yes. So that time flying was illogical, correct? Like we were not given wings. So it was very logical that we can't fly. But then they have not accepted. Now you can see the kind of luxury we have. You can have shower at the height of 20,000 feet if you have money and you are traveling in first class. I got opportunity once and I did it. So coming back to mind, what these people they did, they aligned their mind. They had a vision. Thomas Edison had a vision. Steve Jobs had a vision. Wright brothers, they had a vision, but then they had a belief also. Many people around them, they told that you can't do it, you can't fly. But they have not accepted it. Now does this happen in our life? We want to do something, but our belief system is holding us back. Yeah. So conscious mind is responsible for creating vision, subconscious mind is responsible for belief, and aligning vision and belief will make your body to take new action. Now when we are talking about financial freedom, there are some money myths. Money is root of all the evils. What is the truth? Money is power, money is energy, money is an idea, correct? You need more money to make more money. Like there was a statement that what if we have liabilities, how we can think about financial freedom? Because we are conditioned that way. We always look at our reality. We need to think from here. Now we see things around us, Uber, Airbnb, Amazon, all those things are idea, correct? Uber, they are world's largest fleet of cars or vehicles. They don't own even single car. Airbnb, they don't even own single real estate property, but they are largest real estate service provider. It's an idea. Be satisfied with what you have. That's what we are told in Indian language or my mother language. Like people says that jitni chaddar hai utna pair phailao. Now that's where we limit ourselves. Money doesn't grow on tree. That inspired me to write this book, Grow Your Money Tree. You can see why I wrote this book, because that was one of my belief, my myth. So it's all money myths we need to overcome. Without that, financial freedom will not come. Without that, the right actions will not come. Without that, there won't be alignment. Now why I am telling you, because I traveled this way. Now you can see this, remaining ignorant. So far how many of you learned something new today? That yes, these are the important things which we need to raise our awareness. Write awareness in the chat box. If this you feel that so far what you have learned help you to connect some dots, you got some answers. Thank you Ashay, Maitri, Elios, Dheeraj, thank you, Faizan, Rudolph, Chandrasekhar, thank you very much, Gopi Babu. So Tayyab, thank you. So this is all about awareness. Like see, now these things are not taught in school, not 50 years back when I was studying, and not now also. So now the option is remain ignorant and keep getting the same results. Now if that is for you, this next level may not be required, but if you want to go to next level, you have to shift from this ignorance to knowledge to achieve this exponential growth. Now imagine that you remain ignorant, you want to be financially free, and then you have some liabilities, your present results, time is not there, skills are not there, money is not there. What you will get? Worry and doubt will bring emotions of fear, frustration, anger, jealousy, guilt, resentment, disappointment. All those things will turn into, worry will turn into this, correct? Next level is it will be reflected on your body, because our mind and body are connected. If you are not in right vibration, if you are not in good mood, it's because you are in negative vibration. Now we don't love to express, we suppress. Anything we suppress turns into depression. That leads to disease, body is not at ease. Maybe headache, maybe body ache, maybe sleepless nights, many things. And that leads to disintegration. So this is the one side of remaining. Opposite to that is knowledge. I learn. I decided to devote my life in lifelong learning. Now see, doing this what I am doing today, nobody can stop me. Even if I am alive, say till 80, 90, 100, nobody can stop me. This is my workplace. I can do from anywhere. I can reach any person in the world. Because I am continuously learning, shifting here. When you have knowledge, you will have understanding. What you want is already there in the world, in one form or another form. That will bring faith. So Bob told me that what you are going to coach or inspire people, they will always need this. Have that faith. So when you have faith, opposite to anxiety is well-being. Opposite to suppression is expression. How many of you feel that I'm authentic, I'm not just faking up something? That's why I'm sharing this, my experience. I was vulnerable. I have gone through this terror barrier. I have gone through this fear. How many of you feel that you resonate with me, what I'm sharing? Yeah. So I'm expressing, I'm accelerating. Yesterday I did one event and I'm again enjoying it. Thank you, Said Bhai. Thanks, Ashay, Dheeraj, Faizan. Thank you very much. And acceleration. We want acceleration. My body is at ease. I'm standing since almost 2 hours now, but I don't feel tired because I choose to do this. I do. When I do this, the more energy comes, more power flows through me, and I'm creating better results for other people, and I'm creating better results for me. Now, if I can do it, you can do it. What you need is a new level of awareness. Now, how to raise awareness? This is again Bob Proctor's definition. Specialized knowledge combined with professional coaching over a reasonable period of time. Now, this is not going to happen overnight. So that's why it says reasonable period of time. Professional coaching, only YouTube videos, free webinars will not help. It may be a good start point, but you need a professional coaching. And specialized knowledge is this. I am not talking about your industry's knowledge. I am talking about knowledge about your mind, knowledge about your universal laws, how you can align with these laws. So you need that. And before we reach to a decision, I will be offering something. I will be selling. See, nothing happens without someone selling something. I'm selling this idea that you can be better at what you do in a more exponential growth. So, how many of you use GPS? Type GPS in the chat box. We have 15-20 minutes now, so we'll close by that time. GPS, thank you, Saidvai, Maitri, Ashay, Chandrasekhar, Elios, Faizan. So, we use GPS, correct? Now, does GPS works on its own or you have to give some input to GPS? Thank you, Gopi Babu. GPS, if you open app on your mobile, GPS will ask you something. What are those things? Where you want to go first, correct? Where to go and where to start, correct? Then only GPS will be able to give you a path or guidance. Now, what if I say our mind also works the same way? You need to know where you want to go and you need to know where you are. Now, I am talking about awareness. I am not talking about physically where you are. I am talking about mentally, emotionally, financially. And what you need is a new level of awareness. Now, if it is so easy, why so many people are stuck? Now, it is because of our paradigms, our programming or our belief system. Now, that is too long subject which needs little longer time. But paradigms, what if I say that paradigm controls or it influences all the areas of your life? It influences your productivity, your efficiency, your logic, your belief system, your self-image, your ability to earn money. Everything is controlled by paradigms. And how many of you have learned about paradigms in school or college or corporate training? I didn't learn till the age of 49. But then I've decided to raise my awareness. Without changing paradigms, nothing will change. Nothing will change. Or it will be temporary change, maybe one step forward, one step backward, one step forward, one step backward. And that's what 95% people in the world, they live their life. But there are 5% people who does something differently, and you can be that. So what is next? Now, do you agree that in our driving or when we are traveling, we are using GPS? What if you have a GPS in your life to give you direction, to navigate you? Are you ready? If you are ready, type ready in the chat box. So I will share a small solution. I am not offering that big program right now, which Chandrasekhar has gone and he was committed and he has achieved those results. Thank you, Said Bhai. Thanks, Maitri, Faizan. Be ready, be ready to receive it. So, Ashwani, thank you, Ashay. So, what is it? Do you think that you can have a better life when you are financially free? How many of you feel that yes, you can live a better life? Ashay, thank you. Ashwani. See, financial freedom is not all about money. It is what it will bring in your life. Maybe time, maybe you do what you love to do. You are able to spend time on your hobbies, passion, anything. It's not about money. It's about what you want to do with that money. Thank you, Faizan. So, it's financial freedom is priceless, but it's not free. It's not free. Now, I'm not talking about just money. You have to be committed, time for yourself. Like say, it's not to me, it is commitment to yourself, accountable to yourself. So, as you say you are ready to pay some price. Now, that price, what if I say that if you go and work for a movie with family and you will be spending the amount which you will be investing today, the solution I am going to give. What amount comes to your mind? Imagine that you are going, say, family of 4 or 6 going for a movie and having dinner. How much it will cost? Just type in the chat box, just random amount, 500, correct? Thank you, Ashay. 300, Rudolph, 500. So, what if I say that even less than that? Thank you, Tayo. Thank you. So, this is like with all my learning, all my investment, all my, you can say, awareness, I have prepared this course. Now, I am not offering this because this will be the next level. I am preparing you first in this basic financial freedom. How you can decode the financial freedom. Without decoding this, without preparing, because I have struggled. I was not aware what financial freedom is in mentally, with mindset. I covered all those things. And it's not only about money awareness. It's non-supporting beliefs also, changing paradigms, build a positive self-image, a workbook, and 15 videos, this course. How much value you feel that you can put on this, and lifetime access for this. This is a self-learning, but I have recorded on this. And then this is not only, it is this bonus. This is another program of 18 videos. Now say if I explain again on this mind, this body. Any idea what are these antennas? These 5 things. Any idea? What are these 5 things? Senses. Said Bhai, thank you. Ashay. No, these are senses. We have 5 senses: see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Correct? We are all having this. You are receiving this information which I am sharing since almost 2 hours using your senses. Now you are receiving by seeing and hearing, and it goes to your conscious mind. Your conscious mind will start processing, analyzing, comparing, connecting dots. And how many of you feel that now you are emotionally involved this? That what you are receiving this information is authentic, it's genuine, and it makes sense. How many of you feel? I'm not talking about logically, emotionally. Thank you, Ashay. So this is what, like, see, what you are, I'm taking you through this journey. You are receiving information, you are processing, you are thinking, you are analyzing, and then you are emotionally involved. Because you see that applying same information, I have achieved this result. And these are universally proven principles. So when this happens, this will drive your body. Now, the fact is 95% people in the world, they operate only with senses. They see something in the newspaper. I will just show you something. So this was just 2 days back. If you are employee, this was on the front page of College Times. It says, majority look to switch jobs over low pay, high cost. How many of you feel that, this heat? Or how many of you are thinking you are not satisfied with your job? You feel that you are not getting what you really deserve, and then you are thinking that other place you will get better. You may get, you may not get. But the reality is this. Now here also, control will be in somebody else's hand. What if new level of awareness helps you to align? So now see, 95% people I told, they are living their life by senses. But there are 5% people who are using their mental gifts. We are having mental gifts. We have toolbox. We have 6 mental gifts. Imagination, will, thinking, memory, intuition, perception. These are 6 gifts. And this is your toolbox. Now, Said bhai, you are in air conditioning business. If suppose your team is going to some repair work, maybe compressor change, do you agree that you need a toolbox? Correct. Without toolbox, your team will be able to repair those. Now, same thing, if you want to improve your financial well-being or life, you need a toolbox. And the tools are there within us, but as we are programmed to think from worry and doubt, we are missing the imagination. As we are told that multitasking is good, we are missing the will or power to focus. So if I show you this device, what is this? Magnifying glass. And what it does, when I take this in sunlight, what happens? It will ignite fire. If I put paper or leaf or cloth or skin somebody's, it will ignite fire, correct? What we do, we focus it. But in our life, are we focused enough? Or multiple thoughts keep on running in our mind. Now we are given this will, focus, but we are not able to use it. Then comes thinking. Thinking is not just mental activity. Thinking is reasoning. Asking ourselves that what I am doing is helping me. Is it right use of my time? Is it I am spending time or wasting time or abusing time? Is it right use of my money? All those things, when we think, we control it. And thinking is at your personal level, at your professional level, at your leadership level, everywhere. We need to develop this tool. Then comes memory. Now I want you to think about your wins. Any wins. Maybe you want a trophy, maybe you want recognition, you want award, you want some business deal. What kind of feeling comes to you? You start feeling good, even though it has happened in the past. But at the same time, if somebody was angry on you, somebody has criticized you, somebody has cheated you, somebody did fraud with you, and you recall those memory, what will happen? You will start getting angry, guilt, frustrated, correct? See, we have this memory, there is no good memory or bad memory. It is a trained memory, untrained memory. We have to use this mental tool. Perception. Perception is everything has good and bad in it. It's just matter of how we look at it. True? COVID happened. Now many things have changed in the COVID. Many people made fortunes. Many people lost. People who were prepared for it, who changed their model. I thank COVID, because if COVID was not there, I don't think I would have done this. I would still be doing those more manual work, doing seminars in the rooms. Now I do at comfort of my home office. So it is a perception. The moment we change perception, situation will change. And then comes intuition. Intuition is like radio. Correct? We use radio. What we do, when we tune radio, we attract different frequencies. Music, news, information, many things comes. Our mind also works same way. Information is around us, ideas are around us, opportunities are around us. It's just matter of tuning to that frequency. So this program, 18 videos with workbook will give you this. So 18 plus 15, 33 videos. And again, I learned from these mentors, applied it. And I made a pack based on my experience. I would place even value much more than that. But I suppose if you put value of say 2,999, 3,000 dirham. But what if I am offering this to you today at this, which is all the cost indicated by you, 500, 300, it is even 1 dirham less than that. How many of you are willing to go with this? People have gone for thinking into result with $7,000 worth of investment. Okay, this is the basic program. You will not get everything what thinking into result. Thinking into result is an elite program where you have one-to-one coaching with me for 6 months. But this is a good to start with. Many times we have those money paradigms. For them I prepared this. At least raise your awareness, test it, improve your results. How many of you are willing to? How many of you are ready? Then I will offer you how you can go for it. $299 only. One movie and maybe a sandwich with family will cost you more than that. Amit, thank you. Said Bhai, thank you very much. So it costs this much. True? So this is the QR code. There will be link also will be shared here. You can immediately go and make online payment. I made it simple way with using technology, and within today you will get access to the course. The entire course will be yours for lifelong. So with this subscription, you can see this 62 years of his life Bob Proctor has invested. Robert Kiyosaki on money, this mind, and for my experience I have combined this, made these two courses which I feel that everybody can go for it if you are really committed for financial freedom. See, that's where the committed decision comes into picture. Financial freedom is priceless, but you have to pay the price, and this is a small price. But to learn this, I have invested my 12 years. I have invested more than $300,000 plus traveling. I am talking about fees which I paid to different mentors. Even alone to Bob Proctor, I paid $200,000 of different trainings. But was it worth? 1,000 times. Now for you, I am offering this opportunity. I would suggest don't think about this. We spend this money. Even if you want to buy a mobile accessory, you will spend this. If any Amazon sale come, you will spend this. But what if this is investment? So if you have gone for this, type yes in the chat box and I would welcome to you. Anybody wants this link again? There is a link in the chat box, so you can go for it. Now here we have a choice, either to remain in the rat race or rewrite your story and free from the bondage. I made this choice 5 years back, but it didn't happen overnight. I've designed it. What do you choose? So if you have some doubt, you can book a discovery call with me. See, we can choose either pain of growth. Now pain of growth can become study, it can be changing our money habits, it can be changing our food habits, it can be changing physical well-being, networking with people, anything. Pain of growth, which is temporary. Comfort of suffering. Many people, they keep on complaining that they don't have money. They are finding themselves in rat race. They are feeling alone, lonely, poor self-image. They are not doing physically well. And this remains permanent. So either pain of growth or comfort of suffering. I made a choice of these. I still learn. I told you next month I am going for 4 days training with my mentor Blair Singer in Penang, Malaysia. Do I need this? I don't think, but I want to do this. I choose to do this. I love learning, and that was one of the reasons. With the help of Bob Proctor, I made this choice that by doing this, my learning also continues and my teaching continues. I'm achieving my dreams. Now if I can do it, you can do it. So you are here, you have invested your time. This is my 50 pages of my book. My book is 170 page. Few of you already have my book in a physical copy. If you want to order physical copy, it's available on Amazon. But if this is a gift from my side, first 50 pages of book, you can scan this QR code and get the book, download it. Even that, these 50 pages also will give you huge value. I learned from my mentor that give more in value and collect less in cash. So when cash value is less than the use value, you are working in alignment with universe. And if you want to book a discovery call with me, you want to explore the bigger solution, thinking into result, you want to know what it is, you want me to ask few questions, how I can help you. So there is a link to download the book preview. I will again put that link of course. If you want, go for it. There is a link before this link. There is a course link for Financial Freedom Decoded. And if you have gone with this, type yes in the chat box. So it will give me an idea. And yeah, that's all. I think this is the last slide. Yeah, done. So we are done with presentation. You can switch on your camera now, so we can have a picture, if you don't mind. Yep. So thank you everyone. I can see now all the faces. Thank you, Rudolph. And if any of you wants to share your experience, what is your takeaway? What was your light bulb moment? What you feel that yes, it resonated with you? Anybody? You can unmute yourself and share. Before that, we will take picture also. Maitri, you can take picture. Anybody wants to switch on camera so we can have everybody's picture? Thank you. Yes. Done? Yes. Okay. Anybody wants to share? We can have some conversation. Friends, what was your new level of awareness you thought? Yep. Yes. Yeah. True. Absolutely. True. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Asha. Thanks. So first time when I did, I was not this confident. I was scared. I was not equipped. I had to remember many things. But now it comes with. So it's like, see, what you told is something called knowing and doing gap. We know a lot, but when it comes to doing, there is a big gap because of lack of awareness in subconscious mind. So it's all about alignment. Thanks for sharing, Asha. Thank you very much. Anybody else before we close? Said bhai, you want to share something? Your experience? You have, like, we are interacting regularly. Amazing. Yeah. Perfect. Absolutely. So I will just use Bob Proctor's another statement. He says, if you are not updated, you are outdated. and we can only update ourselves by learning. It never stops. Even at the age of 88, Bob Proctor, like I was listening to Bob Proctor's son. Bob Proctor passed away at 88. Just 2 days before his death, he was continuously studying. But last 2 days, he says he was not in a position or he was in coma. Other than that, till the age of 88, he was every day learning. So that made me to think that I need to continue this journey. And when I have full time, I'm into this profession, by default, my learning is continuing. Thank you. Thanks, Said Bhai, for sharing. Anybody else before thank you for investing your time, because your time is valuable, and I'm sure you want to change your results, you want to change your life, you want to rewrite your story, and that's why you have invested your time. So thank you, everyone. Before we close, anybody wants to share? Otherwise, we can. You already, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't see Dr. Kamrul. Okay, okay. Mohammad Hassan. Yeah, okay. There is Mohammad Hassan. Yeah, his name is there. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. Hi, Doctor. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah. 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 Difficult. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, we live in world which is full of abundance. Yeah, we are living in world is abundance. It's our mindset, whether we have prosperity mindset or we have mindset of lack and limitation. So my mentor used to say, Bob Proctor, there is a quote. He says, "You are only limited by lack of attention and poverty of imagination." Because we are having lack of attention, we don't have focus, we keep jumping from one thing to another thing, and poverty of imagination. Our imagination is limited on logic. It should not be. It should be something illogical. So, and I'm example like, yeah, yeah, yes. No. So I was talking about when I made a decision to go on this journey of coaching. I didn't know anything about coaching. I never coached anybody. I was not confident. But he says you don't need to know how, and that's what stopped people. As they don't know how, they stop doing or taking. I don't say risk, but say you need to take calculated risk. Correct. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Dr. Saab, your experience. Thanks for joining. And let's stay connected. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It doesn't. It doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah. I thank you. Yeah. Yeah. It is. Thank you. Thank you. Definitely, I would love to be associated. Thank you. Thanks very much for your kind words. Take actions, people like who have attended. I feel that investment of 299 is nothing. I never went to this level because I want to have people to start with something, and then it's an endless journey. Like say this journey, when you test one time of upgrading yourself, it never ends. But the more you invest in yourself, more it will grow. Because another thing I want to use, Bob Proctor says, we invest in homes, we invest in land, we invest in cars, we invest in clothes, we invest in watches, but very few people invest in themselves. All other investments are subject to market risk. It will reduce in the value, but investing in yourself will always grow. And that's what I've experienced. I'm doing this since last 12 plus years, and I never stopped it. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah. Thank you very much. So thank you very much everyone for your time. Hope I am leaving you with more value than you have joined this program. I left you with more thinking. Maybe I helped you to connect some dots, and that's what my role is now. So thank you very much everyone again, and if you have any question, you have my discovery call link. Connect with me and allow me to help you. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, okay.
Live.
Hmm.